Why did you feel that this is required today?
In India, usually three things are considered to be handicaps for someone's growth. For example, Kannada, that is rural. Rural, non-English and poverty. These three are considered to be handicaps. Okay. My basic question started, but shockingly, nowhere in the world. You mentioned about BMI, you mentioned about credit score.
Yeah.
Likewise, there is no ability score till now in the world.
So, Mr. Krishna Raja, can you help me with the benefits of this iRise Pro has?
One beauty of our program is, usually Indian parents and Indian students, they are going very, very single directional. We need to be multidirectional and we need to be multitasking. No one is caring about the marks today in the interviews.
Yeah.
They are looking at just capabilities.
So true.
So true, right? So, but who is certifying their capabilities? But if you come to know what exactly your strengths are, then you will be able to position yourself. You will be able to pitch your what is a strengths to the market.
So as we do BMIs for our body to check things are working well, for our finances we have Sybil to see that everything is going right. What about our career? What about education? I think now at our podcast we've got a guy who's got the right solution for it. Welcome to our show. My name is Keshav Puri and today we have somebody who's mastered the art of finding a solution of career problems, education problems, and a lot more to that. So we'll deep dive into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome founder of iRise Pro, Mr. Krishna Raja M. Manjunath. Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Thank you.
Kunchum Talia. Superb. Thank you for joining, sir. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is iRise Pro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What a crazy thought. Guys, since I have heard about it, I know a bit about, that's why I'm saying. But before we jump into the business aspect of it and how you came up with this idea, can you help me with understanding what kind of your professional career has been in a few words kind of stuff?
Very, Keshav ji, actually thanks for this opportunity. But I have always been inquisitive since my childhood. And in India, usually three things are considered to be handicaps for someone's growth. For example, Kannada, that is rural. Rural, non-English and poverty. Rural, non-English and poverty. These three are considered to be handicaps. But fortunately, I went through all these handicaps.
Oh, okay.
As I went through all these handicaps, I realized the importance of these handicaps on the society, on the country. This is number one. But interestingly, my mother and a lot of influencing factors did help me overcome these handicaps. First of all, we never realized that they were handicaps.
Right.
Number one.
Right.
Number two, because these people, whatever I'm talking about, because India haves and have-nots, what we call. Whatever audience I'm talking about, the Desi crowd, that rural crowd, or Hindi crowd, or Kannada crowd, etc., they're all called typical Desi crowd, who are considered to be have-not.
Correct.
But if you look at it, despite coming from that have-not category, by the grace of God, I could reach the highest level in the media industry at the national level at a very young age of just 29, 30 years. And I was directly working with India's topmost or original media tycoon, Sri Ramoji Rao Garu. This is number one. And my mother wanted me to become a civil services officer. She asked me to become a Tahsildar, which is considered to be the highest position at a taluk level. But I actually made her dream better because I became assistant commissioner, much more than that. So what I meant is, one is the career which happened to me by accident, that is media, content, etc. Another is the career which my mother wanted. So I fulfilled her dream, I fulfilled my dream too. But why it happened was because I was very conscious about my environment, my effort, my probable abilities and also handicaps. So I kept working continuously. One is what you're born and what role you have today.
Yeah.
And are you adapting yourself to that role? Even a lot of people have said, you have been you adapt very quickly.
Yeah.
So that adaptability is also an important part of someone's personality and progress.
Wonderful, wonderful. So why iRise Pro?
Yeah, very, very key because lot of my friends do know have been driven by my nation. India fuels me a lot. Canada fuels me a lot. These two are highly emotional to me. And I don't know, as I also became chief of ETV network and worked under a visionary like Ramoji Rao Garu, probably that also helped me enlarge my vision. Supreme India Happy Indians is the mission I started envisioning from probably from my 30 or 35 years. And how do we actually contribute to the Supreme India and Happy Indians? And then the name iRise Pro means Indians rise is equal to India rise. All Indians rise is equal to India rise.
Correct.
That is I took. That is where I say I rise. Indians and India rise is equal to I rise. And why I brought in pro is because pro means if every Indian becomes productive, India obviously will also progress.
Yeah.
So that pro also I brought in. That's how this I rise pro.
But where did you saw the gap? Why did you feel that this is required today?
Very well said, very well said. No, brother, we all know the socio-economic situation that's prevailing in the country.
Yeah.
What are the burning issues in the country? Unemployment, underemployment, joblessness. Why? The challenge here is if India has to really become whatever top power it is capable of, country is capable of becoming world's top power. Likewise, if India has to become the top power, Supreme India, then every Indian has to develop that. But if you ask me the gaps, very, very important gaps. Because, see, my own report, which I sent you in the morning, have categorized Indian youth into 3.
Yeah, I saw that.
That number is very, very striking and very precarious. Why? Because that based on our age 64, when I'm talking about gaps, why we started working on how do we ensure that unemployment comes down and youth become better employable and they can earn better. That is where my first question started.
Yeah.
So then, what are the lack of abilities which is actually pulling them down? So then I started researching, is there any measurement yardstick to identify or measure someone's real ability, why someone is not doing well and why someone is doing well? That is where my basic premise started.
Okay.
My basic question started. But shockingly, nowhere in the world, you mentioned about BMI, you mentioned about credit score.
Yeah.
Likewise, there is no ability score till now in the world. No scientific, holistic, tangible, measurable ability system. Or ability score हमने क्या बोलते हैं, that is not there.
Yeah.
So then we started working on, okay, then what do you mean by ability? Swami Vivekananda said, man is the sculptor of his own destiny. Okay, first of all, even if he has to sculpt his own destiny, he has to come to know what exactly he is capable of internally.
Yeah.
Having said that, then we started working, everyone says, rise to your potential. When no one has defined the potential properly, how does someone even think of rising? So then we started working on the potential definition.
Okay.
That potential means what? Set of abilities a person is born with is called potential. We call potential energy and kinetic energy.
Right.
In mechanics, right? So potential means you have got this, but you're not able to become that. That is what is called potential.
Yeah.
This is number one. First, he has to understand what is the time potential. Potential, it is not just like I. The way your entire human body makes you a human. The entire way liver, lungs, eyes, nose, ears, senses, all will make you a human.
Correct.
Likewise, the potential is also defined in a very vague way. We wanted to make it a very, very clear-cut proposition. We brought that particular potential into 4 pillars. That is what we call attitude, aptitude, communication, and execution. We brought these 4 pillars. If you look at this, these 4 pillars are the pillars of human foundation and human progress. Till now, no one had defined it that way particularly. So once we identified the pillars, okay, बहुत बड़ा घर तो हो गया, 4 पिलर तो बनाया. But the basic problem was, then where are the bricks? Where are the stones? Where is cement? That is what we started identifying. That is why we took 14 years. Then we realized and we identified and worked on 64 essential growth abilities.
Wow.
That's why it is called A64 Essential Growth Abilities Measurement Framework. What do we do here? Once we identify this A64, any person, now if you go to an eye specialist, he will say whether your eye is right or wrong, or whether it is deficient or wrong. Right? If you go to a doctor, he will say your vitamin D is normal or your hemoglobin is deficient, etc., etc. Likewise, actually iRise Pro is also called the growth doctor. Why it is also called the growth doctor? The mechanism what a doctor follows. We follow the same mechanism. That is what we call first measure, map, master, grow. We measure 64 growth abilities in you. Then we map the gaps in you.
Wow.
Then, once we identify the gaps, we will help you master the requisite abilities. Obviously, once you master the requisite abilities, you will naturally grow in your career or studies or life.
Correct.
I was telling you why this precarious situation I was talking. Before that, I was giving you the solution. But the problem here is, in India currently, if you look at it, our A64, based on our A64 essential growth abilities, we have categorized Indians into 3. One is excellent, means successful people. What is the average A score? A64 score, successful people. It could be politics, it could be business, it could be IAS, it could be anything. It could be even music. Which people are very successful, they come between 8 to 12% of Indians are considered successful because when I say successful, only money is being considered as successful. But against success, we actually define success. Whoever has excelled in whichever area, that is what we call success. Even NGO, for your kind of information, even Satyarthi, if he has succeeded in building Ramon Magsaysay award type winning NGO, that is also success for us.
Correct, yeah.
So that is what we call 8 plus.
8 plus.
And that percentage of Indians who have 8 plus A64 ability is only around 10.
Whoa, okay.
They are the success people. We may say, well, he is very successful, but we do not know why he is so successful.
Yeah.
We say he is successful.
Correct.
Why Narayan Murthy is successful? Why is Elon Musk is successful? Why Steve Jobs is successful? Why Narendra Modi is successful? Why Donald Trump is successful in the second term? Everything why Virat Kohli is successful?
Yeah.
Why Rohit Sharma is successful? For everything, there is very clear-cut definition and answer with us now. This is number one.
So very practical approach here.
Very practical approach, very experiential type of approach.
And you have proper team for all of this?
Everything.
Who takes
See, we
care
have
of-
already, it is completely, we are a pan-India team already. But the most important point here is, once you measure, map the gap, and master and grow, obviously you will become an essential fit growth doctor.
Correct.
But the challenge when I am talking about these 3 categories, what is actually bothering me even now? 8% to ho gaya, success.
Yeah.
Then there is 20 to 25% who are hovering around 6. They come under survival category. They are managers, they get some job, they somehow stick to it. They get very incentive. Lot of times they lose their job. Those sort of people are called survival. But the danger is 65% of the Indian youth today are below survival level and their ACE level is 5 and below.
Oh my God.
That is the danger.
Very threatening.
Very threatening, very threatening, very threatening. You are talking, and 65% of the Indian youth are not fully productive or are dependent on their parents.
Correct.
Parents are actually pulling them up.
Yeah.
Parents are actually supporting them. Parents are under stress and anxiety because of this 65% of the children. Why? Because the parents are also at fault. Why? Because those children were not identified at a young age, when they were children. If their real abilities and interests, if they were mapped properly, probably these parents wouldn't have had all this tension today.
Yeah.
Everyone in India wants to become an engineer and a doctor. The problem here is we will very clearly predict, based on our A64 measurement framework, we will very clearly predict when you are just 10 years or 12 years, whether you are capable of becoming a doctor, whether you are capable of qualifying NEET, whether you are capable of qualifying NEET and get a government seat. That's the mechanism we follow.
Yeah.
We will very clearly give you clarity and the direction. Why? Because we follow science. Whether a doctor will say, fever hai, ye medicine le lo. That is what we also do. You are very strong in these areas, you are deficient in these areas. So you have to work on these areas in order to become the best.
Fantastic. That's pretty amazing. And you've got all the medicines?
All the medicines.
All sorted.
All the
So
medicines.
how this is bifurcated? Is there a course? Is there a school? Is there an app? Do you go personally to each people? Like how does you
See,
how do you function?
basically, if I was just telling one, we are directly going to the consumer, because what happens is customers. We have already worked with 12,000 students and their parents.
Yeah.
They are all very, very overwhelmed.
12,000.
12,000.
Okay.
They are all overwhelmed with the results and the impact it has made on the children. So what we thought is, we do not want poor children. Now let us assume you go to only a few schools.
Okay.
Other schools will be left out. We want to go to the people directly. This is number one.
Correct.
But when we go to the people, whoever comes, we give them the personalized growth path chart, and they will definitely grow accordingly. But when we go to the institution, there is one big benefit to the institution. What will happen? Finally, they want their students to
correct.
score more.
Correct.
So what is the tagline of our Rise 360? That is for class 10 to class 10. Rise 360 tagline is score more, grow more, bond more. Our program will help them become better in terms of scoring, in terms of understanding them and understanding their parents. And we also give the categories where those particular 500 students or 1,000 students are good at or where they are weak at. So this institution can very clearly have a roadmap for bright students and the students who are weak in certain areas. They can focus on only those areas, which is not happening now. Now everyone is following everything.
Correct.
But now it's not way. It is very clear-cut, targeted approach. If 100 students are weak in communication, within that communication, we are going to say, in written communication, how many are weak? In spoken communication, how many are weak?
Bifurcating.
We are very clearly bifurcating in terms of yes, 64. Not only 4 pillars, in terms of 64 abilities also. In terms of concentration, in terms of determination, in terms of resilience, in terms of confidence, not just concentration, confidence.
And I think with this, schools and colleges will also benefit, because
Yeah.
once students improve, they score well, their name is also associated.
Obviously. No.
So-
See, this is definitely beneficial to institutions, no doubt about it.
Correct. So probably somebody who's watching us right now who owns a school or a college can reach out to you.
Yeah, sure,
And
100%.
probably have your courses included.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
can be one of the
No,
parts.
in fact, I would like to tell you, a very big policy maker who is an educationist. See, hundreds of scientists, psychologists, and sociologists have experienced this and they've got exposed to this. They say it is amazing. And I don't want to tell what sort of people are actually supporting this particular thing. Why? Because, see, here the biggest thing that is needed to our country is to make the children become better. Having said that, why? Because the most important institution you're talking, 10, 12 institutions whom we have worked with already. One of the institutions where we went for demo, he was so impressed with the result, he himself came and became one of our early investors.
Wow.
That is the impact. That is the impact iRise
Nice.
Pro has been making.
Nice.
So the institution where we went for demo, that institution owner came and himself was impressed and he himself put crores of rupees, not just lakhs.
Congratulations there.
Yes. So,
Amazing.
if an institutional owner who has built that institution on his own for 35 years, if he's so impressed and has put in crores of rupees on the company means,
Something credible is there.
obviously, everything credible.
Credible is
Everything credible.
So people who have schools, colleges, institutions, individuals can also come.
Yes.
So how do you operate? Is there an app, like how they can?
Yes, app
reach
is
out?
there.
Okay.
See, there are 2 types. Three types if you ask me.
Okay.
One is we want to make it a mass movement. So from every district, we are taking limited number of people who are teachers who can also earn. Additionally, we call them iRise Pro growth partners.
Okay.
So every district we may have some 10 or 20 where now teachers, whatever the payment, most of the teachers are not happy with whatever they're taking.
So
This gives them an opportunity to continue with the teaching thing and also additionally earn about 50,000 to 60,000 per month. This is number one. This is what we call affiliate thing, and we want them to, because they are our field champions, they are a movement.
Correct.
This is number one. Number two, we are directly going to the consumer, and people will reach out to us. This is number two. Number three, as you rightly said, institutions. And one thing what we need to understand, it is not just institution. For example, it is not just students. One teachers institute which teaches teachers, who trains teachers, close to 800 teachers that particular institution produce. It is basically Teachers Training Institute.
Yeah.
They were going through one challenge. One, most of them were not getting placed. And one is they were not getting placed. Another is, even those who were getting placed, they were not getting better paid. So this particular institute, they had this challenge. So they approached us, can you diagnose the problem? So I am using the word diagnose the problem. So we diagnose those teachers through our same 21 whatever process, because the formula is paracetamol. Paracetamol is mixed with something else.
Correct.
That's what we are doing. So we are having paracetamol. So whoever says whatever, first thing what they said, even during COVID, first have paracetamol.
Yeah.
So that is what the preventive thing is, first paracetamol. Along with that, we have other supplements also. So this paracetamol is A64. This particular teacher thing, what happened was, they all went through this particular process, and we recognized one thing. So if that joining teacher, they need not become only teacher, they could be having other abilities. So they can become manager or administrator in educational institution. So we created one more job stream to the Teachers Training Institute, number one. Because they all came under the impression that I have to become teacher. But they could have got trained as teacher, but they may not be fully efficient as teacher.
Makes sense.
So that's the reason we worked on their entire set of abilities, and then we told them, you are teacher and plus. You can become teacher plus. You got my point?
Yeah.
So when they started working as teacher plus, their remuneration, their placement challenges went up. They could become better placed.
Correct.
And they could also get better salary. So this is how we strategize. For example, another corporates also we work with.
Okay.
For example, one electronic chain is there. So it is basically sales chain. So they wanted to test the acumen of their salespeople.
Okay.
And improve the work of that salespeople.
Interesting.
So it is about 600 salespeople.
Okay.
So first they gave us the batch of 100. And we worked on the parameters, what will make someone a successful salesperson. We identify top 10 traits you require as a salesperson. And then we bring the top traits with our 64 abilities. Then we match it up. So actually everything is a customized solution here.
But my question is, every human is different.
No doubt.
Every individual is different, right?
No doubt.
So you can't have, okay, for COVID and all, we are talking about medicines. Of course, every body functions like that. Everybody has a liver or heart or a kidney, right?
Correct.
So that will work differently.
Super.
But here, mind is there. Consciousness is there.
Correct.
So you cannot have one course or one medicine for, 3 Abhisheks who are standing there.
Understood.
Right.
No.
So how do you take care of that?
See,
because
the point here is human body. You said liver, everything is same. Likewise, we are also blessed with 64 abilities. But the percentage varies. Everyone's liver size is not the same. You understood my point? But here, when we are talking about abilities, as you rightly said, they are all fixed.
Yeah.
Eyes, nose.
Correct.
But growth abilities are intangible.
Exactly.
And they are very, very intangible, and they are very conducive. They keep changing as per the environment also.
Correct.
Eyes do not change as per the environment. But whereas your growth abilities change. I met you today. You might have made some influence on me. I change.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of this growth abilities.
Okay.
That is where we are not coming with a question and an answer type of assessment.
Approach. Okay.
We are coming with experiential, task-based analysis. We give you those tasks. Same stimulus, response could be different.
Of course.
It
will be different.
Correct. It will be different.
Yeah.
That's why we say everyone is different.
Exactly.
But based on the level of to what extent you are different, in what all you are different, that's what I'm saying. When we are having 21 tasks also, each task, we call it the process of triangulation. Now let us assume Now let us assume I was talking about this 65% of the youngsters are under 5.
Right.
But what we also do is, we also call something called IntelliGraph. Within that 5, actually, we again categorize that particular person: poor, average, strong, and excellent. The shocking thing here is, poor and average percentage under this 5 average, I told you, 65%.
Yeah.
That average and poor is coming close to 80%. The danger is there when you are going to expose that graph. It is very shocking.
Yeah.
So here, whether there is any possibility of him growing means there is no possibility, because his average and poor, he has been conditioned that way.
Yeah. It's very tough to
Push
bring him up.
No, it is as good as you asking me to cover 100 meters in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Impossible. I cannot. My body is not made for that.
Correct.
See, I'll give you. I attended Combined Defense Services interview. I was in written exam, and all interviews, personality test, I'm topper. In physical test, I failed miserably. So that is different. Physical is different. Here, what we are talking is growth abilities. But interestingly, if I really wanted to become, and physically also, if I wanted to train myself, if I wanted to train, I could have.
Yeah.
But I was not very much keen.
Correct.
Because I am not physically driven guy.
Possibility is there, but you have to be consciously aware.
Correct. So 64 abilities may, what you need to apply when. For example, when I'm talking about how is that you will not be able to get MBBS NEET seat, government seat or not. Because to get that government seat, out of lakhs of students, about 50,000 students get government seat.
Correct.
So what is the competitive scale is what we take into consideration. So 9.3 to 9.4 is what you need to have average. In order to become IAS, in attitude, aptitude, communication and execution.
Everything.
So the beauty here is, again, depending on that particular case. For example, NEET requires what? We give more weightage to aptitude there.
Yeah.
In IAS, in prelims, we give more weightage to aptitude.
Correct.
In mains, we give more weightage to communication. You got my point?
Yes.
So what we do is, brother, so it is not paracetamol.
Yeah.
You need to understand we are mixing multiple things there. So one is role specific, one is generic, brother. Generally, now let us assume we go through the Yes 64 test, both of us. Both of us are basically, let us assume, content people, or both of us are anchors. Anchors means all traits need to be the same.
Correct.
So we put you to more. What is anchor? We put you under communication more.
Yeah.
We test your skills.
Correct.
Mainly for communication and attitude. You got my point?
Yeah. Now I'm.
So now let us assume your pronunciation. Pronunciation is one of the abilities which we measure.
So, Mr. Krishnan Raja, can you help me with the benefits of this iRise Pro has?
See here, as I told you.
Because I understood the details of it.
Correct.
Now, if you can help with the benefits.
Correct. See, the key benefits here is making you understand where you stand in terms of 64 growth abilities.
Perfect.
Number one.
Perfect.
Where you stand. That's why we say once you come to know where exactly you stand, you will be able to assess where exactly you need to go.
Yeah.
So you become clear in terms of your 64 abilities.
Correct.
After that, you will get clarity and direction.
Yeah.
Once you get clarity and direction, the beauty of our program is we also give you what all streams you are going to enjoy, what all streams you will actually become good at, what all streams will make you happy. See, there are two things. One is money. Another is keeping you happy. For me, more than money, the transformation makes me very happy. So these abilities, interests and passions will be aligned.
Yeah.
Based on that, I was also telling you why someone will be able to become IAS or not. Now let us assume I am going to make it very clear when you are just studying 10th standard that you are either this or that. He becomes very clear.
Yeah.
But one beauty of our program is usually Indian parents and Indian students, they are going very, very single directional. We need to be multidirectional and we need to be multitasking because things are becoming very, very complex and world is becoming very versatile.
Yeah.
Today's job and today's success depends you to become versatile, multi-talented. So having said that, you need to be capable of understanding what your abilities actually are.
Yeah.
Based on that, you can plan. See, for example, Someone gives you CV, resume they send. What is that as a qualification? NCC certificate, etc., etc. Because of our yes, we are going to provide them yes certificate. This yes certificate will also enable to fine-tune their CV itself, because now let us assume I am very strong in communication.
Yeah.
I don't care about marks. And do you know, no one is caring about the marks today in the interviews.
Yeah.
They're looking at just capabilities.
So true.
So true, right? So, but who is certifying their capabilities? This is AS, is the capability certifying authority in the days to come.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
No one is there in the world, forget India, to measure someone's capability, give them the growth path, and very clearly certify this is what you are good at.
Amazing. Yeah.
Once I become, now let us assume my maths mark is less, but my communication is very strong, my loyalty is very high, my attitude is very solid. I'm excellent leader. Leader को क्या चाहिए? मल्टीटास्किंग चाहिए, एग्जीक्यूशन चाहिए लीडर को.
मैथ्स नहीं.
उसको क्या चाहिए? कम्युनिकेशन चाहिए, एग्जीक्यूशन चाहिए. उसका एप्टीट्यूड से ज्यादा उसका एटीट्यूड आता है.
करेक्ट.
सो आई विल से, सर, आई एम नॉट फिट टू बी अ ग्रुप डी एम्प्लॉई, but I am fit to be Group B employee because I can lead multiple teams. Leaders have become scarce today.
Makes sense.
Leaders have become rare today. I will pitch myself in a different way. For example, I will not even talk about my marks. Sir, do you know, I score 9 in terms of my execution quotient, I say. Execution quotient, kaun assess kiya hai abhi tak?
Correct.
So once he says 9 execution quotient, his confidence level will go up, because God has blessed everyone with one or the other strength.
Yeah.
But if you come to know what exactly your strengths are, then you will be able to position yourself, you will be able to pitch your, strengths to the market.
Wow, I love your energy right now when you're talking about it. I feel so charged.
Yeah, true,
Great.
true.
Great.
See, one thing, no, sir. See, we have to make the children and the parents see their light at the earliest. They should see the light at the earliest. Now they are in darkness, sir.
Correct.
They do not know what they are doing. They do not know why they are paying. And 50-60% of the middle class and poor people are becoming poorer because of fees, by paying fees to education. And that to wrong education. Wrong education. Education is required. I'm not talking the stream what you're selecting. Let it not be under influence. If someone is good to become a journalist, let him be identified at a very young age.
Identification is something which they're lacking at, which iRise Pro will do that.
No doubt about it.
And so how do you function as in if somebody wants to enroll and join? What are the steps?
As you know, we have taken 14 years to develop the whole process. We worked with thousands of students and parents. We took a lot of inputs. We worked with psychologists, sociologists, biologists, multiple people. And as you know, I'm also a topper. I'm also MSc Zoology and even Civil Services Sociology. I've brought in a lot of sociology, psychology, management, and zoology in my model. I've brought in a lot of things here. And having said that, 14 years we took, and once we started working on the process, till now what was happening was, we used to work with 100, 200, etc. because we didn't have the technology support with us. So now we have developed a massive app. For the past more than a year we have worked on this app, and we have spent quite a lot on this app.
What is the name of the app?
iRise Pro.
iRise.
It is iRise Pro app only.
Take.
So people can enroll directly.
Okay.
People can enroll through iRise Pro Growth Partner. People can come through institution also. Whichever the way come. Right now we are offering 2 courses from 5th standard to 10th standard. That is called Rise 360. And the purpose or the objective is to make every child score more, grow more, and bond more. And Career Rise is for PUC, that is class 11 and above. Even you can take, even I can take, because everyone can take the growth ability scan.
So a CEO of the company can also?
100%. 100%.
So there's no age bar?
No age for Career Rise. But we come to know who wants what. Because we will ask whether you want to be tested for this particular purpose. For example, now let us assume you are an anchor. You are good as an anchor. Now let us assume you want to understand whether you are fit to do some business. Yes, we will test that also. So we will see, one is generic test, another is customized test. So that is how we do it, brother. And this this is Rise 360. Another is for college students, that is called Career Rise. That particular purpose is employability. First, you need to get the right job. That is employability. Next, in order to sustain that, you have to have that multiple thing: employability, versatility, and sustainability. That is Career Rise. Because you may get the first job, but are you going to retain it?
Sustain it.
That's what, sir. Running your life till 65 is not joke, sir. Not joke. It's a very big challenge. So you have to keep improving. People who actually keep understanding their handicaps and weaknesses and keep working on them and improving, only they will be able to survive and thrive. No one else.
Makes sense. Great. Okay, so wonderful. Yeah, it was great knowing you, and a bit. I know there's a lot more to know about you.
Yeah.
It is a great journey. I would love to have an opportunity where we can talk more about your journey one day. But since we spoke a lot about iRise Pro and all of that, so great knowing you, first of all. Very happy doing this with you. Before we end this, I want to ask you, you've the people that you've grown up with, or you've trained, or you've been with them in organizations, schools, colleges, are doing wonders in their lives right now. How do you feel about it?
No, but it's a very valid point. Very valid. Thanks for asking this question. Because let me tell you.
Because somewhere this also connects with iRise Pro.
Yeah, definitely. Why? Because, see, everything has happened by destiny. I strongly feel. You call it accident, or you call it an opportunity, or destiny. So when I was selected for ETV, in fact, my designation was senior copy editor cum anchor.
Okay.
But most of the people, they choose anchor, whereas I chose senior copy editor. I was fit enough and I was very good enough to become an anchor, but I chose senior copy editor because I always work with team. I always want to groom the team. I always want to make the team better. As an anchor, you are an individual.
Yeah.
As a senior copy editor, you are a bulletin producer. You lead a lot of
You have 10 responsibilities.
You have multiple responsibilities. Even chairman asked me, Ramoji Rao Garu, why is that so? But I told her, sir, you have given me the role of Krishna. Let me do the role of Krishna, not Arjuna. So this is number one. And number two, even Krishna, he never wanted to lead from the front.
Yeah.
But whenever the situation came, he led. Okay? And for your kind information, all the channel heads today, all the channel owners, multiple anchors, not just in India, not just in Karnataka, in India, are the guys who were handpicked by me and groomed by me. And I'm so happy that because a leader is best measured in terms of the number of leaders he creates. And I'm very, very happy that the media industry, bureaucracy, I have not created anymore. Because they have written the exam but in the media industry, purely based on their merit and the talent and the commitment, I think a lot of people have grown up. And in fact, I should also say, even whether I don't know, even the chief of your boss Wala channel now was also handpicked and groomed by me, Sharatji. He has also become an author. So I'm very, very happy to be grooming such people. And I think grooming, keeping the people happy, making them employable, I think that is my basic passion.
Super, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to connect with him, we'll drop in the details in the description below, probably the links and all. We'll try to, put some numbers as well, contact numbers, in case you want to chat with these guys, talk. Please do that. Go ahead. And as he rightly said, there is a problem somewhere in the identification. So that needs to be sorted out, especially in the children right now. The future of India that we want to see has to be better. For that, my dear friend, now I can call him a friend because you've spoken great. So my dear friend is here to help you out. Please reach out and see what is best there lying for you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Boss Wala. Be the boss.